Josh joins us live from Cannes. Morning, lovely to see you this morning.
It's so good to see you, Susanna. Even though I'm not looking at you, I'm looking directly in a camera.
Oh, that's very kind. You said, didn't you, that you are not going to do another animated movie. You'd done Olaf. You did Pixels, although you were a real person in Pixels. So what persuaded you to do Angry Birds?
I wanted to be back on Good Morning Britain, and I knew that you guys weren't going to have me on unless I did something animated again. And, you know, I miss Piers. He left us. He abandoned us in the U.S. And so I figured the best chance that I had was to premiere Angry Birds at the Cannes Film Festival. Because what says Cannes like Angry Birds?
This is why we love you. Look, can you just do me a personal favour? Because my daughter's 4 years old.
Yes, absolutely.
She absolutely loves Olaf. Can you just say, hello, Elise, please?
Hello, Elise. I'm sending you warm hugs. Now, by the way, your daughter's going to be terrified because I look nothing like Olaf, and I just look like an overweight man who's hijacked a snowman's voice.
Do you know
so
what?
really nice traumatizing
I think you do look a bit
Piers.
like Olaf, actually. You're sort of dressed as Olaf.
Do I? Oh, thank you. I take that as a compliment.
How many people, Josh, how many people, seriously, I mean, a day, ask you to do what I just asked you to do? Because Frozen became this absolute global phenomenon, didn't it?
I will literally I'll get somebody like coming over to do some work in the house, and he'll be like shocked at first, and then he'll be like, "Can you do it? Can you do it for me?" And I'm like, "Do what? Can you do the voice of the Olaf?" And I'll do it, and it'll just be a really awkward exchange because I don't know like if I still charge the man more now that he's asking me to service him, even though I brought him to service me. The whole thing gets a little strange.
Okay.
So yeah, it's odd. It's a little odd, but I'm so excited about Angry Birds. And
I was going to say, so we don't trap you in the voice of Olaf and your experience in Frozen. Do you want to do a little bit of this interview in the voice of Chuck from Angry Birds?
Sure, absolutely. You know what? I'm so excited to be here today in the Cannes Film Festival because I'm really excited to be sharing a movie with you this Friday in the UK called Angry Birds. It's about a couple of birds who are angry, just as the name describes. It's really what it's about. You guys, I have not had enough coffee for this interview yet. As a means to not speak to Kevin Hart because he's draining. He's emotionally draining. I buried my head in the Star Wars Angry Birds game, and it was one of those things that I became unbelievably addicted to.
Josh, can I ask you, what is the single best thing about being a movie star?
The single best thing about being a movie star is going to places like Cannes, getting to dress in fancy clothes that I would otherwise never wear. You know, as a movie star, you don't have to brush your teeth as often as the common man. A lot of people don't realize this, but, you know, you only have to go to the bathroom once a week once you hit star status. There's a lot of perks. You almost become like superhuman.
And the single worst thing?
The single worst thing? Oh, man. The single worst thing is having to speak about yourself about like 50 times a day. You start to feel like, after a while, like very arrogant because you're forced to talk about yourself, sometimes in the third person. You start to feel like a tyrannical king at a certain point.
I love talking about myself.
That's probably the worst part of it all.
Yeah, that's the best part of it for me. Josh, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. You're wonderfully entertaining at this time in the morning.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to Angry Birds. You are the biggest star in my daughter's firmament, so this is a big moment for me. Brilliant. And I just to be close to such glory.
Well, I'm setting a lot. Your daughter has great taste.
Great to see you. Have fun in Cannes.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.